Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wong Kinsey. Today, our group 9 is going to present a topic of the overview, importance, and application of reading comprehension strategies. So, what are comprehension strategies? Comprehension strategies are conscious plans. They are the set of steps that good readers use to make sense of tests. Comprehension strategies instruction helps students become purposeful, active readers who are in control of their own reading comprehension. So, how reading comprehension strategies function? Strategies do two things. First, they require readers to think about a test more than if they just read it. If readers think more about the ideas in the test, they are more likely to remember them later. Strategies slow you down. It takes more time to read a test and implement a strategy than to only read the test. Basically, they get readers to think about the ideas more than once. They facilitate learning from tests. Second, strategies may also play a useful role in guiding students' attention to key information in the test. When reading something that is very hard, just write down the most important ideas from each paragraph or section. It helps to make connection between the text and the note that we write. So our group is going to have an investigation of inferencing, interpreting tests, and scaffolding.
Hello everyone. Today my section discusses the strategy of interpreting text in reading comprehension. Simply say, interpreting a passage means determining the meaning or significance of the passage. For example, considering the author's viewpoint, considering the meaning to the reader, and so on, often combined with linguistic, cultural, historic, and social context to obtain a comprehensive and precise interpretation of the text. These are four key points: semantic analysis, structural analysis, contextual relevance, reader's perspective. Next is the importance in effective reading comprehension. Firstly, it is helping the writer to understand the meaning of the text in depth. Besides developing critical thinking skills, interpreting text requires readers to analyze the logic, ideas, and arguments of a text, and to assess its credibility and authorial stance. Enhanced concentration will start reading, leading to efficient reading. Then enhancing readers' linguistic and literary literacy. By interpreting text, readers are able to understand complex syntactic structures, vocabulary, and diatheses, thereby enhancing language application and literary application. The rule is to help readers recognize the aesthetic value in literary works while enhancing writing skills. For example, when reading Shakespeare's Hamlet, analyzing the puns and metaphors in his language can enhance sensitivity to literary language. The last is establishing text-context linkages. Interpreting text emphasizes the analysis of content within a particular historic, cultural, or social context to enhance understanding of the meaning of the text. On the other hand, the application of the strategy of interpreting the text. For example, when reading The Great Gatsby, interpret the symbolism of the green light as a metaphor for the American dream. For the academic text, when reading a scientific article and analyze whether the author's argument is supported by data and the underlying motivation for the research. The second is a news text. When interpreting a news article, analyze the wording, tone, and factors cited to understand the implied stance or bias.
So next is the inferencing overview. Inferencing is when a reader draws a conclusion or makes an interpretation based on evidence, clues, or reasoning instead of relying on what's directly stated in the text. While reading, the reader uses the info from the author along with their own background knowledge to fill in the missing parts and find meanings that aren't directly shown. This helps the reader understand deeper meanings, spot hidden themes, and even guess what might happen next. So next is the importance of inferencing in effective reading comprehension. Firstly, filling in gaps. Most texts do not contain all the information needed for complete understanding. Inference is using the clues in the text and a person's background knowledge to fill in the gaps and come to a fuller understanding. Secondly, increasing engagement. Inference reading is interactive because from passively receiving information, a reader becomes an active participant in predicting, deducing, and interpreting meaning to keep oneself busy with the text. Thirdly, it can build in deeper understanding. Inference encourages readers to go beyond surface level comprehension. It helps them understand the subtext, emotions, themes, and motivations of characters that aren't openly stated. So lastly is critical thinking. Inference requires critical thinking. Readers are not just blindly accepting what is directly said. They need to analyze the text and make inferences based on evidence and their background knowledge. So next is the application of inferencing strategies. Firstly, using context clues. Students use sentence context to infer the meanings of familiar words or phrases. Secondly, predicting outcomes. Students make predictions based on the information provided in text about what might happen next story or text. For example, a character might be shown to be preparing for some big event, like a school play. Readers most likely expect something significant or dramatic to happen during the play. Lastly is character analysis. Through their behaviors, dialogue, and interactions with others, readers can infer the feelings, motives, or actions of the characters. For example, a character says, I don't need anyone's help, but then takes it from another character. From this, readers might infer that the character is proved or doesn't like accepting help.
Okay, let me discuss the scaffolding. Scaffolding is a teaching strategy where support is provided to learners to help them understand and complete tasks they can not yet do independently. In reading, this support can include reading activity, guiding questions, and tools like graphic organizers. The goal is to gradually reduce pause as learners gain confidence and competence. Let's discuss the importance in effective reading comprehension. Scaffolding is crucial because it supports learners at their current level. It allows readers to tackle texts that might otherwise be too challenging, ensuring they don't feel overwhelmed. This is one of the aspects. The second, promotes gradual independence. As learners become more capable, the support is lessened, enabling them to eventually handle tests independently. Such builds confidence and motivation. By providing the right amount of help, learners feel successful and more likely to engage with the material. Last, develops critical thinking. Scaffolding encourages deeper engagement with the text as if may involve activities such as questioning, summarizing, or analyzing. Application with example. The first, praise reading activities. Teachers can provide background knowledge or a framework to help students understand the context of a text. For example, before reading a complex historical article, a teacher might give a brief overview of the key historical events and thus helping students activate their prior knowledge. Second, guiding questions. While reading, teachers can ask questions that guide the reader's attention to key ideas, things, or inferences. For instance, if a student is reading a story, the teachers might ask, "Why do you think the character reacted this way?" Or "What does this phrase suggest about the character feelings?" Such thing allows in a classroom setting. The teacher's mind models how to think through a difficult passage by verbalizing their thoughts process. This could include summarizing, asking questions, or making predictions about what might happen next. It shows students how to actively engage with the text. Fourth, post-reading reflection. After reading, the teachers might provide strategies for summarizing the main ideas, making collections, or discussing the themes of the text. For example, students might be asked to create a mind map or write a brief summary of the key ideas.
So, in conclusion, interpreting text means looking beyond the surface to understand the deeper meanings, structure, and context of a text while considering both the author's purpose and the reader's perspective. Inferencing is the process of making logical inference from the material present in the book and deducing interpretations that are not stated effectively by using hints and past knowledge. Our scaffolding is a teaching method that provides support to help students learn, which gradually remove as they become more capable. They help readers understand the text more deeply by analyzing its meanings, making logical guesses about information not directly stated, and building their reading skills step by step with the right support until they can work independently. Here are the references, and thank you for your time and attention.